Absolutely fantastic stuff. Hey Colossus, live in session with Dreamer is Lying in State. There's more, a couple of more live tunes on the way. If I could ask, Sykes now assume the position at the speaking microphone. Hello again.
Hello there.
And also Joe is going to chip in as unofficial band leader as well as bass guitarist in a bit.
He loves that. He loves that title.
We mentioned, Mark and I, earlier the whole lockdown thing, and it's the case with quite a few records which are coming out now that the backstory is to some extent lockdown, and it seems to be the case as well with In Blood, because after Dance's Curses came out, it came out during lockdown, didn't it? Is that the case?
That's very true. I see too many people say that things have happened during COVID, and I'm absolutely sick to the back teeth of it. So there's absolutely no way that we've led with that at all, because
no.
I mean, my God.
but that led to the circumstances which and the making of this record.
Yeah, I mean, it's undeniable, but I mean, you know, we've tried not to dwell on that too much, because I think we need to be a bit more positive if we can. But of
course, well, I just wanted thinking about the practicality of putting this record together. When did that start to take shape?
Well, I actually wasn't supposed to sing on it at all. You know, the whole design of it was that some of the guys got together in a new formation, didn't know where it was going to end up, but I really wanted to get involved because I had a lot of downtime, and I'd moved to the Wirral from basically Croydon, which is, you know, really glamorous. But
Croydon or the Wirral?
I'd moved from Croydon to the Wirral.
Yeah, but yes, yeah, both glamorous places, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And I, you know, my idea was basically really not to go on this particular formation and see what would happen. But when they sent me the songs, I couldn't help but stick my oar in, and there we go. You know, we are where we are, and come out really well.
Where are you in terms of putting the records together as well? Because you do live in various parts of the world, parts of the country. So where do you meet up?
We rehearse in Birmingham, which is equally awkward for all of us. We have a thing where we don't want anyone to be happy at rehearsal, because
or at any time,
if one person is near the rehearsal and 5 aren't, then that one person is inside happy. So we make sure that we're all equally miserable.
Right, okay. What I was going to say was, throwing everything, that was the idea, to throw everything up in the air, because like you're saying, you weren't planning on singing on it. Were you planning on taking it to the extreme and swapping instruments and really, like, throwing everything up in the air? What was the kind of concept behind that?
We recorded about 20 songs, and we were giving them to someone else, and that didn't happen for reasons that some people know and some don't, but we've been told not to talk about.
Yeah,
we won't ask about
and
that.
Then it made sense for Paul to do it, because Paul's the singer of the band.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Right,
okay.
You have to go there to come back, they say. So,
yeah, well, absolutely. And, after 20 years, don't you think it's about time that there was a Hey Colossus pop album?
We're trying our best. I mean, crikey.
It's all pop music, is it not? Basically, you make pop music. It sounds like Hey Colossus as well. And speaking of the 20th anniversary, there was a big celebration at the garage. Was that a joy to organise and to be part of?
Oh, it was one of the best things we've done, because it was with friends' bands related to the label, but ultimately just folk that have been involved with us, or we've been involved with over the last more than 20 years, 30 years even. Some of them we did like Peel session things with 25 years ago. Yeah, it was amazing.
What sessions?
Sorry, Peel. But it was a long time ago.
Yeah, indeed. And you mentioned the label. This is Wrong Speed Records. I've never run a record label. I believe it has its ups and downs. How are you enjoying running a record label? And well done on having such a fantastic roster on Wrong Speed Records.
Chris and I do it together, and I don't know. It happened. It did start during what we're calling the downtime about 3 years ago, and it's snowballed. What can I say? It's been brilliant.
Yeah. Are you always on the lookout for others to add to it? I mean, I looked on the Bandcamp page today, and there's lots of stuff on there that I've yet to investigate.
Well, we assigned catalogue numbers, and we're up to number 57 currently, which is going to be Rains, actually. So a new Rains piece of music, and of course, we're always looking for good things.
We've got Jellyskin coming in session in the not too distant future. What should we expect from Jellyskin? I like the record very much.
Oh, the record's brilliant. I have never seen them live. I expect they'll be excellent.
They're enthusiastic.
There speaks a record company boss.
That's the endorsement from the record company. I'm sure you're correct. Now, you're going to play 2 in a row now. What are they going to be?
These are going to delve into the back catalogue a little bit. We'll see how that gets on. But, they've always gone down well live, so give the listeners a bit of what they should want. There you go.
Here we go. Hey Colossus live in session.